And now, the general weather around Alaska.
Hazardous weather graphic here showing red shaded areas indicating winter storm warnings out for the northwest coast, Kotzebue Sound area and towards Selawik. Much of the Seward Peninsula on down to the south coast, St. Lawrence Island and the Yukon Delta for incoming snow and blowing snow, reducing visibilities down to a quarter mile or less at times with gusty winds. And also here, winter storm warning out for the Kuskokwim Delta, Nunivak Island area. Actually a blizzard warning for Nunivak Island and the coastal areas of the Kuskokwim Delta with a winter storm warning for the remainder of the area. And satellite imagery showing the storm that's going to be bringing that condition in, already spreading clouds up to the southwest coast here. And the low center still south of the Aleutians there, but strong push of moisture coming up from the south and southwest here, already again reaching the coastal areas. Otherwise, a nice day here over southern Alaska with some clearing. Areas of clouds over the interior, mostly cloudy to cloudy skies with some light snow, especially along the Alaska Range and locally into the Tanana Valley areas. Another weak low here in the northwest, bringing some clouds and light precipitation up there as well. This white area, that's the cold temperatures that extends into the Northwest Territories here, anywhere from 20 to 40 below zero. And then a weak system here along the southwest coast, or along the southeast coast. Really all the light precipitation remaining off the coast there, and a little bit of cloudiness in the eastern North Gulf Coast as well. And rolling this through again, you can see this whole mess kind of sliding, or is sliding southeastward here, and just graze the southeast coast with the clouds as it stays dry over the inside waters. And on the chart today, again, dry conditions over the panhandle with some clouds, also some clearing. Juneau having sunshine this afternoon. Fair amount of clearing here over southern Alaska as well, with some light snow along the Alaska Range and to the north there. And then mostly clear, very cold over the northeast part of the state. A little milder, but that due to the clouds and light snow back to the west with this week low. Otherwise, variable clouds over the western part of the state. Next system bringing gusty winds and rain into the eastern Aleutians, spreading into the Alaska Peninsula there and lifting northward slowly toward the Pribilof Islands. The main low center to the south. We'll see tonight this whole system pushes to the northeast here with a warm front spreading snow and blowing snow, especially along the coast of the Kuskokwim Delta, Nunivak Island areas, and eventually inland, spreading up toward the Yukon Delta late tonight as rain moves northeastward here along the Alaska Peninsula, and gusty winds with rain for the central eastern Aleutians. Rain trending back toward mixed rain and snow, Adak and Atka, and then changing to just snow out toward Shimia there in the western Aleutians, and the cold air coming down from the northwest. Still some flurries lingering along the central and eastern Alaska Range. And also some flurries lingering here for the western North Slope Brooks Range area, but nothing significant at all. And increasing tightening gradient here over the northern panhandle starts to increase those north and northeast winds, and colder air spilling southward with those winds. Tomorrow even windier here for the northern southeast coast, and dry though with gusty northeast winds all the way down toward Dixon Entrance, as this area of moisture continues to slide off to the southeast. Eastern part of the state, northward there to much of the North Slope and Arctic coast, dry with a fair amount of clearing. Some variable clouds here, possibly on the eastern Arctic coast, otherwise dry conditions. And mixed precipitation now for tomorrow afternoon for the Kuskokwim Delta. Yukon Delta, still snow and blowing snow going on there, especially for St. Lawrence Island, across Norton Sound to the southern coast of the Seward Peninsula area, and then rain with this front, periods of rain, and breezy for the Alaska Peninsula. Behind the front, less wind, a little more showery conditions there, and then again that rain changing to snow for Adak and Atka, becoming mixed precipitation for the eastern Aleutians. And then for the Thursday outlook, this system pulls northward and weakens, and the front hangs up right along the southwest coast. Snow blowing snow with this system over the western interior areas there. Bristol Bay looking at a mixed rain and snow condition there with pretty strong east-southeast winds there. So drier for king salmon, lighter precipitation there, but gusty winds, rain and wind for Kodiak Island. Another weaker system spreading some mixed precipitation in across the western and central Aleutian areas. And the eastern part of the state, cold and dry, increasing clouds as you head west, and a weak trough coming northward here will bring a little bit more moisture in the form of clouds here across southern Alaska, with a chance of snow showers along the southern Kenai Peninsula into Prince William Sound in the afternoon. Strong northeast winds for the Panhandle with cold temperatures, especially north, staying in the 10 to 15 degree range for highs here for the northern southeast coast, below freezing there all the way down to the Queen Charlotte Islands. And for lows tonight, 25 to 45 below over the eastern interior, north of the Alaska Range. About 10 to 15 below in the Copper River Basin, and 5 below to 10 above south central Alaska, mid-20s Kodiak Island, mid-upper 30s to mid-upper 30s for the Alaska Peninsula, near 40 for the eastern Aleutians, and falling back down into the mid-30s there for Adak and Atka, and teens for St. Lawrence Island. Single numbers, 5 to 15 for the northern Panhandle for the lows tonight, 20s down to the south. Highs tomorrow, 20 to 25 northern southeast coast, and upper 20s, lower 30s down to the south. Copper River Basin, 5 to 10 below for the highs, and 15 below to 35 below for the eastern interior and eastern Arctic coast, mostly in the area from 0 to 15 below. Warmer temperatures here with a southerly flow coming in, highs in the 30s for Bristol Bay, and lower 30s here for the Kuskokwim Delta, staying in the 20s for the Yukon Delta, lower 20s St. Lawrence Island, mid-30s for the Pribilofs, and lower 40s for Unalaska. Followed by lows on Thursday morning, 15 to 40 below over the eastern interior here, coldest in those more purple shaded areas there, the lower elevations like the Yukon Flats, Northway and Toke Eagle areas, minus 20 for the Copper River Basin, and anywhere from 0 to 10 for the lows for the northern Panhandle, and 5 to 15 elsewhere there. And then for the highs, 30s for the Aleutians, Alaska Peninsula, lower 30s Pribilofs, southwest coast to St. Lawrence Island, still below 0 here, central eastern interior into the Copper River Basin, lower 20s, northern Susitna Valley area to northern Cook Inlet for the Susitna-Manusca Valley to northern Cook Inlet, upper 20s to mid-30s for the Kenai Peninsula, lower 40s Kodiak, as well as areas of Bristol Bay, and 10 to 15 for the northern southeast coast.